Welcome to the Uptiq AI Workbench, tool that developers use to rapidly develop AI agents for the financial services industry. Let's dive in and show you how our agents are created. I'm going to start by selecting our agents. I'm going to go ahead and choose our commercial loan agent as an example. To get started in creating one of these agents, first you need to understand how to set the scope of the agent, define that scope, then ultimately develop your sub-agents and pick the intents and then string together these workflows. So our basic configuration starts by describing the agent. What is this agent going to do? And then select your model. What models are we going to use to ultimately execute on the agent? The AI Workbench is LLM agnostic. You have a choice of over 16 plus LLMs, as well as some fine-tuned models and RAG infrastructure that might be used throughout your AI agent. Once you've created the description of the agent, you will create the sub-agents. Sub-agents are specific tasks that the agent itself do to complete the action that it's been prompted to complete. So here's an example of two of the sub-agents within our commercial loan agent. So I'm going to look at our credit memo agent here. So again, you're going to define the scope of these sub-agents. This is very specific. What exactly is a sub-agent going to do? If you need help defining that scope, you can go to our prompt reviewer, type it in, and ask it to improve the prompt. The LLM will review and give you back an answer that they will believe would execute on it better if need be. So once you define your scope, you'll add your intents. The intents are parts of the sub-agent that are going to be done throughout the workflow. Let me show you what these workflows look like. Let's look at our generate a credit memo workflow. So this is the low code, no code workflow builder, where you're able to string together our preset nodes to execute on a workflow. This workflow mirrors any type of business workflow. This is what allows developers, product people, business analysts to easily help develop these AI agents. Each one of these nodes that you see represent an action. This is an action that a human would take, a software would take, an LLM would take to perform the desired outcome of the agent in the work that it's doing. These nodes are preset as the tasks on our left-hand side. So we have our data nodes, our integration nodes, the user interactions, how the user might interact at any point with your agent, the AI foundational nodes, whether we're prompting, using RAG queries, etc. And then some of our standard nodes for connecting the workflows, as well as our widgets, items that are commonly used throughout the agents. Each one of these nodes are strung together to ultimately create the desired output in your agent. That is an example of one of our agents and the workflow builder. Within the AI Workbench, let me show you a few other critical aspects. First, I want to take you to our model hub. As we spoke previously, the AI Workbench is an LLM agnostic workbench. So you can see the number of LLMs that you can use throughout your workflows. Additionally, fine-tuning is available. Because it is financial services vertical platform, many of the fine-tuning is for financial services industry, such as the wealth industry. You can simply create data sets around the wealth industry and tune these models to give more specific answers and more specific actions when you're using the LLMs in your agents. Here's an example of all of the LLMs that we have that you will be able to use. Next, I want to take you to the data gateway. The data gateway is a integrations library of pre-configured integrations. By turning these on, you can easily use each of these integrations across the financial services industry in order to create your agents. These are extremely easily configurable. Simply need the API keys within your nodes in the agent to pull the data from these and push the appropriate outputs from the agent to the places you want them to go. Next, let's jump over to the RAG. RAG is a way to turn your documentation, Excel information, all types of specific documentation and information into knowledge that the agent can use. These documents, for example, let's look at our product eligibility and product filters, where we can take a Word document around a specific product. It will chunk that information, turn it into a vector store, and ultimately into a data store that can be used in your workflow. A process that can be done without a hired machine learn engineer can simply be done in the AI workbench. And then security and monitoring. Very important to the financial services industry is the security and monitoring. What exactly is happening? Who is doing the actions? Where are they being done? How are they being done? All of this is recorded and can be viewed by compliance teams. You can actually look at guardrails as well. Some of these things that are built into the reasoning engine of the AI workbench, such as hallucination controls, PII masking, profanity, and more. The AI workbench is a tool, again, that allows developers and teams at financial services industries to rapidly develop AI agents. Thank you so much.